to make a very simple, free transition to use in OBS for switching between scenes. You're going to need GIMP and Shotcut, two free pieces of software. I'll link in the description, but you might see I'm running this on Garuda Linux. Works just as well in Windows, and again, doesn't cost a penny. So we'll start off in GIMP. We need to make a green screen, so new, 1920 by 1080. There we go, and we're going to just bucket fill that with green. You can use magenta or blue depending on the image you want to use for your transition. For this, I'm just going to go green. There's the HTML notation. Click OK on that. Bucket fill. Export as. I'm going to export it to my transition folder that I've made for this. I'm just going to call that green. Green. There we go. Also going to need an image to do the heavy lifting. Make this transparent. So layer, transparency, add alpha channel. That way we can delete this layer. We get transparency in the background rather than just black or white, whatever it may be. Okay, let's look for an image. Let's say something like the yin-yang symbol. The images. Let's find a good one. Looks kind of tidy. Let's copy that. Pop it in. Beautiful. Let's get rid of all the stuff around it. It looks okay. There's still some sparkly stuff there, so I'm just gonna ellipse select. There we go. Cut that. Paste it. Name our floating paste, just going to call it 1. Delete that other layer. Okay, we have our image. It's nice and central as well, so that's very handy. So we're going to export that. Yin Yang. That will go into our transition folder. Right, we have our 2 items we need. Third thing we might need actually is a bit of noise. We're looking to make this a 2-second transition. So I don't know, gong sound. Gong sound effect, how's that? It's 4 seconds. It's a bit long. Okay, I'm going to take that URL. To this website here. I can download that video as an MP3. Download. It's in my download folder. Let's take that. Put that in here. Gong sound effect. Okay, so now we bring up Shotcut. Going for a transition tutorial. Again, we'll go to my transition folder. Call this Yin Yang Trans. Start. Click playlist. Drag our 3 files that we need in here. Now, because the first thing I dragged in was a still image, this will be 25 frames a second. You want to try and mess about with 60 frames per second, then I suppose you could drag in a 60 frame per second video. That would set your standard there, but 25 frames is perfect for what we want. Now, we only wanted a 2-second thing, didn't we? 2 second, I've found, is a nice sort of length for a transition. You can go longer if you want, but we'll go 2. That's what I've done there. Dragged the item into my video tracks. I've created 2 of them just by going track operations, add video track. Highlight the track, put the header at 2 seconds, hit the S button, which splits the track. You can see I've got 2 separate parts now. There we go. We can see our yin yang with the green screen in the background. Now, what we want to do, I'm going to highlight this track. We want to add a filter to that. That filter is going to be size, position, and rotate. You should be able to find that in your favorites. If not, it will be in the video tab. Scroll down, it's all alphabetical order. There we go. Size, position, rotate. I'm going to put it right at the end where we want this to be as small as possible at that point. Click the keyframes. Again, zoom in to fit the timeline. Clicking this button here. Right at the end, we're going to make this zoom 0. At the start, we also want it to be 0, but there's no keyframe there because we've made no change. So if we make a change, just an arbitrary one, and put it back to 0, you can see a little red dot here. That's given us a keyframe. We go to the middle, 1 second. I go back 1 frame by using the arrow key. You see 24 frames, 25th frame, we're right in the middle. This is where we want the screen to be fully covered. So we're going to give that 1000%. We're up. We're also going to right click on the keyframe down here. From previous, smooth. We'll do that again. To next, smooth. I go to the start, hit play. Looks a bit clunky in the video editor, but that will be fine once we've exported. So go back to timeline. Let's fill this bad boy up so we can see it a bit more. Go back to the start. Again, looks a bit weird, but it's fine. We could, in fact, if I do go back to the keyframes, let's go back to this middle spot. At 1 second, do we need it 1000%? Probably not. We just want it to fill the screen, don't we? We might get a bit better definition. There we go. That looks even better, I would say. So yeah, just zoom in until it's actually the size you want, until it fills the screen. Ooh, looks a bit more bouncy as well. Okay, that's good. So back to timeline. Now if we add track operations, add an audio track, go back to playlist, this is where a gong sound effect's going to come in. This is so bad. Probably going to get cancelled for this. Right, we got a load of junk there. So again, highlight that track, click S. Highlight the dead bit, click X, that should move everything across. Now if I undo, if I were to just delete that, I'd have a gap there. But by clicking X, it moves it across. We got a lot of dead air on that. Let me just get rid of this. We're still a bit, aren't we? We could speed that up, I suppose. Go to properties. Let's speed it up. See how much it shortens it by. Too much. Okay. can just play about with this a little bit. Tab out. Yeah, it's a little bit longer. We can live with that, can't we? Can we? Alright, let's try it. Alright, the next thing we need to do, we need our chroma key. So we highlight the green screen, go to filters, properties, video, scroll down to chroma key simple. In this case, it is already green. If you did choose a different key, like blue or magenta, you would just use your color picker and grab it off the screen. You can see the rest of this has gone black now. So we can see our chroma key has been applied. Now let's export this. Go to export file. Nope, we don't. We need to select the correct type. You can see the presets we have: alpha, WebM, VP9 with alpha. So choose that, export file, and we can put that in our transition folder. So yin yang trans, I got it tans, god damn it. Yin yang trans WebM. Save. See over here, that's doing its job. There we go, that took like 3 seconds. So let's bring in OBS. Here it is. Add a stinger. We'll call this one Yin Yang Trans. Okay. Let's find that file. Home, transitions. There we go. Yin Yang Trans WebM. Again, like I say, I'm on Garuda Linux, so if the file system and everything looks a bit weird, that's all that is. It works just the same in Windows. Right. Remember, our frame, where the entire screen was covered, was frame, transition point type frame, transition point frame 25. So if we audio fade style, crossfade's generally a better one. We have monitor, only mute output. That's just for my sound settings, yours might be different. So let's preview that. There we go. That's what it looks like. Transitioning from point A to point B, or scene A to scene B, etc. So okay. Now if I do transition from here to another scene, you can see I've got telly. Let's pick that. I think that's worked quite well. Let's try it again. Right. Obviously you can choose whatever image you want, whatever sound you want, but that should do it. Hope that helps. See you later.